In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. For the English class weekend, this is last lecture. The topic of the lecture is the beer as a farce and the characterization of the beer. Okay, the beer, as we discussed the definition of farce in previous lecture. What is a farce? Farce is a comical play that is designed to urge laughter and amusement. So, according to this definition, we will see the beer as a farce. So, going along with the beer as a farce, we may see its description in this slide and the further slides also. The beer can rightly be called a farce as it is full of many ridiculous situations and sayings. There are many sayings that are pretty odd and ridiculous that seem pure, and there are situations that are not according to the senses of the situation sense according to the sense and sayings also. These situations and sayings cause laughter. These situations cause laughter from the audiences. There are many comic scenes and situations in the play. There are a lot of comic scenes and situations in the play which have no other purpose but to cause laughter, that are just designed to create laughter. There are no other purposes of these situations, only but to create laughter is its ultimate aim. There is no specific moral or constructive purpose or topic discussed in the play, although it gives the hint towards unfaithfulness or other particular themes. But as a farce, when we see it, there is no specific moral or constructive purpose of the play. The beer as a farce continued. All the chief characters of the play, that are Popova, Sivanna, and Luca, act in a funny way and speak absurd dialogues. Their dialogues are absurd, that are not making any sense, or particular positive statement are not being made in it. The story of the play is a romantic advancement between a male and a female character through strange and unusual dialogues. The story moves on about the love, but this is not the normal type of love which we discuss in other plays or situations. This is a strange type of love that advances between the male and a female. Right at the beginning, Luca, the servant of who advises her to leave mourning at the death of her husband in a comic way. In the beginning of the play, Luca says that she Hua should leave mourning over her dead husband in a comic way. That was not a particularly serious way, he says. He puts his own example in a humorous way about his mourning at the death of his old lady. He gives his own example that how he was mourning over the death of his old wife. He says that she was dead and he was also mourning, but in a different way. The entry of Simanna and his behavior, actions, and dialogues in the play are so comic. Very comic situations are being created by entry of Simanna, and his behavior is also very odd. Actions and dialogues in the play are so comic. The play has many comic dialogues and actions in this play. For instance, he says to Pupua, for example, when he says to Pupua, tell me truthfully, have you ever seen a woman who was sincere, faithful, and constant? He asks a woman if she has seen anyone who was faithful and constant and sincere, again he mocks her. He mocks her he mocks her morning situation by saying that you have buried yourself alive, but you haven't forgotten to powder your face. That although you have been living in the four walls since the death of your husband, but you never forget to powder your face. You still use makeup for covering up your face and showing yourself attractive. Same like this when he proposes her, he says, similarly, when he proposes her, he says, I have refused 12 women, 9 have refused me, but I never loved any one of them as I love you. So he himself says that he was a faithless character. He refused 12 women, 9 women refused him, but he says that I love you more than anyone else. Okay, the beer as a farce. Further, what we can gather from the beer as a farce is the funniest situation comes in the play. When Pupua brings the revolver to her husband and asks him now to teach her how to fire. Now, this is a very funny situation that whom she was trying to fight, to whom she asks to make her learn how to fire the pistol. So this is a situation full of fun and funny type of situation. The closing scene also leaves a smile on the face of the readers. Okay, the closing scene of the play also leaves a smile on the face of the readers when Pupua says to Luca, tell them in the stables that Toby isn't to have any odds at all today. That today Toby will not have any odds to eat. Thus the play The Beer can rightly be called a farce. In this way this play can be called a farce, a play full of comic and absurd situations and scenes. This is a play that is full of absurd and comic situations. The dialogues and actions of almost all the characters cause laughter. All the characters create laughter at this particular play. Themes. First theme of this particular play is money. The effect of money on human behavior is the first theme of this particular uh, that he comes to how Simon now comes to receive her his money from Papua. So the effect of money on human behavior is very evident that he becomes very violent. Infidelity. Papua reveals about her late husband's relationship with other women. He says that he was not sincere to her, but she was sincere to him. Emancipation of women is the next theme. Whoever behavior suggests the extent of action is capable of. A woman is capable of. Simona is taken aback by whoever's boldness. So, freedom of woman is shown in this play. Inconsistency of human behavior. There is inconsistency between the behavior of the humans who was and Simban's attitude towards each other change rapidly. They change quite quickly, and they in this way, in this shows the inconsistency of human behaviors. Significance of the title. Beer had a title, The Beer. Why is this title given to this play? The title of the play, The Beer is fairly justified. Is very justified, though at first look it does not clearly show any hint about the story about. As we flip through the play, we learn that the title is very much related to the story of the play. We know that the title of the story is related to the play. The study of the play makes it clear that Simonov, the hero of the play, has been branded as the bear. He has been shown as the bear. Simonov is one of the two main characters and behaves very rudely in the play. Bear is so Simonov is one of the two main characters and behaves very rudely in the play for his foolish and uncultured behavior. Kuva calls him bear. So this name was given to her by her husband by sorry this particular name was given to Simonov of Kuva. This title name given by Kuva to Simonov is the title of the play as well and is rightly justified and in accordance with the story of the play. It is in accordance with the story of the play. It is not outside the story of the play. So the title of the play, The Bear, is fairly justified. It is very justified that we have given this title to this play. Once again, look at this title. Though at first look it does not clearly show any hint about the story. At first we think that it is not relevant to the story, but as we flip through the play, we learn that the title is very much related to the story of the play. We come to learn that this title is very much related to the story of the play. The study of the play makes it clear that Simonov, the hero of the play, has been branded as a bear, has been named as bear. Simonov is one of the two main characters and behaves very rudely in the play. He behaves very rudely in the play for his foolish and uncultured behavior. Kukuwa calls him bear. He was called bear because of his foolish and uncultured behavior. This title name given by Kukuwa to Simonov is the title of the play as well. This is the title of the play as well and is rightly justified in accordance with the story of the play. It is in accordance with the story of the play. Kukuwa. Now the characters, three characters are being discussed here. Kukuwa, despite the exaggerated behavior of the play demands, Kukuwa's character reveals certain traits. She shows certain characteristics, certain traits about her self come into being when we read through the novel or through the play. When we read the play, we see different characteristics of Kukuwa. What are those characteristics? Number one, she is very emotional. The play opens with Kukuwa fixing her eyes on a photograph of her late husband. She weeps and talks to him about her love. She was very emotional and she weeps by seeing the photograph, which means that she is very emotionally attached to her husband, has a strong determination. Even though it is impractical to mourn for the rest of her life, she wants to do it. She has a strong determination, and it is impossible for anyone to mourn through her rest of life, but she does so. She was to do so, and she does that for 7 years. Bold and courageous. When Simeno challenges her to a duel, she accepts it, and does not give up even after he expresses his love for her. Okay, she was bold and courageous. Also, when Simeno challenged her to a duel, asked her to fight a duel, she was ready to fight that duel, and she was not afraid of fighting a duel with a man. Okay, Simonow's character is given now. Simanow is very is rude and is mannered. He enters the house without a show of courtesy and behaves rudely. She behaves very rudely with everyone. He enters the house without any permission. taken from anyone, and he does not show any courtesy. He does not show any type of respect for anyone when he enters the house. Irritable. When Kuwar refuses to pay him, he gets angry and shouts at her without any sympathy for a woman in mourning. She was irritable when Kuwar refused to pay him his debt. He gets very angry. He gets very ill-mannered and he shouts in a way that he does not care for a woman or a woman in a mourning was not any concern for him. Chauvinistic, show power. He highlights his male superiority over women. He highlights his superiority that he was superior than women. In this way, he was chauvinistic also. Manipulative. He has lent money to many men and they have all evaded him. His intention is to get what owes him at any cost. So he was also manipulative. He was giving money to others, but he was also now refused, now very fully energized, and he was fully focused on getting what Kukuba owes him at any rate. Luca, the character of Luca, third character of this play, is very sympathetic to her landlady, and she was very loyal also. Loyal. He advises her to stop mourning as she should enjoy life. That she should also enjoy life and she must not be very she should not be confining herself to four walls. She should be living a better life. He tries to save her from Simonow's insults. He also tries to save her landlady from Simonow's insults. So he insults her was very grievous for him also. Literary techniques. What literary techniques have been used in this play? We will also be going through them. Humor. As it was discussed earlier that it is a farce. It's a farce that has been introduced before the audiences. Farce is a type of play that induces laughter and with absurd situations. So similarly, humor is also there. Absurd behavior and dialogues create humor. Okay, so in this way, this becomes a farce and humorous play. Number two, metaphors are also being used. One example is given. So Pooha says you are a bore. Bore means a rude person. A person who does not show any concern for anyone's feelings is called a bore. Of course, here you are a uncultured type of beer. You represent yourself as an uncultured beer. This metaphor is being used for a person. Incongruity and contrast. Incongruity means incompatible, where they are incompatible, and contrast is also there. Violence and love are juxtaposed at the end of the play. At the end of the play, violence and love are juxtaposed, mixed. They are mixed at the end of the play. There is no other type of, there is no difference being found at the end of the play. They are mixed, but violence vanishes and love comes in its place, but they are both seems to be mixing with one another. So in this way, we cannot separate where is love and where is violence. So both the elements are being used very healthily by the writer and he has done a great job in doing so. So the writer is very sensitive to this topic and he has produced a very good play. Last element is of suspense. The arguments between Popo and Shivanna bring about tense situations. There are situations that are tense and due to the dialogue between both of them. Okay, this is it. We will further discuss it in our physical class. Take care.